Good morning. Welcome to my biolab. Today we will be experiencing the characteristic features of anemophilous flowers and anemophilous plants. Anemophily, the name indicates that the pollination is done by wind. Pollinating agent is wind. So the main example for this wind pollination is the grass family. It is also known as Poaceae. Poaceae include all the grasses, especially cereals, which provides the staple food for the whole world. So the pollination in this staple food of cereals is of course done by wind. So what are the characteristic features? Here you can see the first one is of course having colored, very conspicuous petals to attract the insects. That's why the pollination here in this flower will be entomophily. Even though it is entomophilous, it has to give the reward for the insects to coming in terms of honey or nectar. But you can see here in this flower, very special feature is that all the essential worlds are kept inside the pollen tube. In this chamber there is a solent part. If you split open this, then only you will be able to see the essential worlds of androecium and gynoecium. So that's why they are known as clistogamous. Clistogamy means closed marriage. Only the crossing of the pollen happens inside this plant only. This flower will, the pollen grain of this flower will be pollinating this flower only. It cannot go outside. That's why they are known as clistogamous flowers. But in the case of the grass family or Poaceae, this is an example of wind pollination. You are seeing the specimen of Doob grass, which is one of the traditional grass of Indian culture, and it is one among the Dashapushpas in Ayurvedic medicine. So this we treat as a weed instead of throwing it away when it was grown. So I thought of making it to bloom and experience you people the importance of anemophily in the plant kingdom, which gives us the staple food for the entire world. So here you can see the main characteristic features are, you can see the individual flowers of the inflorescence. They are very systematically arranged, very conspicuously arranged. If you see it, this is a fresh bunch of flowers, not yet bloomed. Very fresh plant it is. Everything, the growth and development is happening in the meristematic region of the apex. But in the same time, you can see in the another plant is also there, where you can see the bloomed inflorescence from the bottom, from the base to the tip. You can see the arranged one, and you are seeing the bunches of opened flowers, bloomed flowers individually. So if you see them individually, you can see the individual parts and even pollen grains also, they started opening and falling down. So what are the characteristic features of these kind of pollen grains? And what are the special features of this type? You can see on the leaf also some of the pollen grains are fallen. Okay, it is very minute if you observe it carefully. So in the next class, please bring a flower of this so that you will be identifying. Now let us have a quick understanding of the important features of these anemophilous plants. So they show the floral parts very inconspicuous. There is no distinction of petals, sepals and all the floral buds. It is no need to attract the insects because wind is the pollinating agent. So for that, the pollen grains will be smooth, light and non-sticky, that they can easily be transported by the winds. That's why they are very small. You can see very small, minute. Okay. And regarding the stigma, it will be very sticky in nature, so that even though a small amount of pollen grain is coming, it will immediately capture. It will come and stick to that particular part. So that's why sticky stigma is one of the features. Okay. And they are very minute, 20 to 60 microns in diameter. So these pollen grains are, since they are very lighter, they don't have much protein in them, so their nutritional value is also very less in compared to the other pollen grains. So these are the some of the important aspects of the floral family. So in the next class, please bring a small spike of or bunch of this flower so that we can do it in a better way. Okay, so instead of deweeding and throwing it out, This grass, just I made it experience to study the trait feature, especially the large quantity of production of the pollen grains, lighter. This is you have observed it now from my experiential learning. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.